Hello traders, welcome back to the JC Trades YouTube channel where I post my raw and authentic trading journey. Today is another day on the charts. It's currently Tuesday, December 9th, 2025, and I'll be taking you guys through some of the trades that I took today, how my model presented itself multiple times, and how I took an L and a loss on the day. With that being said, let's get straight into it. Alright, starting off the day, if we go on the 4-hour time frame, let's see. We have a 4-hour bearish gap as well as a 4-hour bullish gap down here. This one doesn't really hold that much weight in my opinion because price honestly realistically isn't going to get down here. I just kind of marked it just in case, but realistically we're all the way up here. Price isn't going to get down here, so really the only gap we're dealing with here is this bearish 4-hour, which is what makes me come into the day kind of with a bearish bias. Even though I'm not really too big on biases, I'm mainly looking for shorts for the day, mainly because of this 4-hour gap. If we go on the 15-minute, if we look at some of our liquidity, we have London and Asia high here, as well as New York AM high, two New York AM highs resting above. And then we also have some lower liquidity at New York PM low here and an old New York PM low as well. So coming into the day, if we go to the 1 minute, off market open, which is right here, we come down and we wick this New York AM low. Now there was a trade opportunity here. If you see, there is a 1 minute gap here that gets inversed. This is kind of breaking, maybe not breaking, but teetering on two of my rules I like to follow. One is not trading before the first 15 minutes of the open. I follow PJ Trades, and that's something that he stresses a lot, is not trading that first 15 minutes, mainly because he's been doing this for 9-10 plus years. So I'm taking his experience and trying to put it in my trading. And yeah, so this trade was literally 3-4 minutes right off the open. And then another thing was it came down and didn't really close below this New York AM low. So I wasn't too keen on this being a real sweep. It kind of just wicked it. So this trade does end up working out though. If I were to run this trade here off the inverse, run stops here for a 40-point stop, which isn't terrible, and then I don't know, run them up to a 1-to-1 or whatever, this would have worked out. So kind of missed a trade there. Not really too mad about it. We keep trading. Here is another opportunity up here. This is a trade that I did take. So we have we put in a high here, which leaves a 1 minute gap here, and then we inverse this. Now if I was just looking at NQ, I wouldn't take this trade because it doesn't sweep any major liquidity. But if we look at ES, this is why looking between ES and NQ is good. If you look at ES at the exact time, we sweep this Asia low as well as wick the London high, or this Asia high, and then wick the London high above it. So on ES at the exact time, we take some liquidity, which tells me, okay, we're probably going lower because we took this liquidity. So that's when I seen this inverse, took this trade. It's a beautiful trade. Stops, and it's cheap as well. 28-point stop, right? Run them down, hopefully to this New York AM low for a real sweep, for 1 to 2.6. So that ended up not happening. Price, as soon as we got in, just consolidated and just went sideways. Bro. And another thing that made me think this was a great trade is we have an AMD model. So we have accumulation here, and then we have manipulation here, and then this would have been the distribution leg, which is what we're trying to catch to target these lows here. So this is just overall a great trade. I take it every day if I seen it. It's literally my motto. So yeah, we got stopped out on that trade, but then shortly after another trade appeared, right? Okay, boom. We come up here and we tap this 15-minute bearish gap. We react off of it. We leave a fair value gap here, which is what I marked out. Mark out this fair value gap here. Bam. And then we inverse this to the upside. So we react off this 15-minute bearish, and then we flip this 1 minute gap. I'm fine with running bullish trade here and seeing how price reacts once we actually get up here to the 15-minute. If it starts to reject, okay, maybe I'll cut it early. But if we get above and close above this 15, I'm confident that our draw is London high. So this came with speed. You can't tell from replay, but actually during the market, this was in like within a couple seconds. Price shot up here, so I front ran the gap and got a better entry somewhere around here. Instead of waiting for it to close because it was going to close with speed. Stops here for another cheap trade for 26 points. And then ran my take profit up here to London high. Now, as soon as we got in, price just started consolidating. It was terrible. I wanted to cut it short so many times, but I had to be disciplined. I got in at 10.50, and our take profit didn't get hit until 11.35. Like, this was an insanely low. This is a 45-minute trade right here, and it was brutal. I wanted to get out a lot of times, but got to stay disciplined. So once we came up, and I believe I got out, or not got out, I believe I took profits when we closed above this 15-minute. I took profits here, and then I ran my stops to break even because that's telling me, okay, we're going above. We're going to the London high. So price comes here, consolidates a little bit. I believe I took profits around here as well, and then trailed my stop right here. I believe trailed my stop here. I just didn't want it to come back on me because of this loss here. I believe I was down 350 on this loss, or maybe 250 on this loss. I wasn't trading. I wasn't chasing another trade trying to get it back. I was just continuing to follow my model. It presented itself again, and I entered here. I was trying not to let it come back on me, so I was just trailing my stop, and the price ends up eventually smacking my TP for a $320 trade. I believe this ran me, let me see how many points. This trade ran me 51 points, so I will take it. Also, this loss kind of gave us guidance in the market. We built up a lot of LRLR to downside, so these shorts were still valid. But then once I see, even though we're consolidating, if you see, we're forming new higher highs. We're constantly forming new higher highs. Once I seen this higher high get placed in, I knew that we were going up to the upside. So I believe actually throughout the day, price even up hitting this Asia high above. Yeah, so even hit this Asia high. Yeah, but I was happy with just getting out after that 45 minutes of being in the trade. I was happy taking my London high and finishing 320 on the day when I was down to something. So, yeah, this is the trade that I took today. Overall, banger trade. Banger trade. I'm glad that I stuck to my rules, stuck to my model, didn't get down on myself. I believe once I took this loss, I kind of took a quick 30-second, 1-minute walk just to get my mind off of it. I didn't want to miss anything, but just a quick walk, get my mind off the trade, and just move on to the next one. And then took this banger trade. So, yeah, happy. It's a good start to the week. We have FOMC news tomorrow on Wednesday, so should be a banger day tomorrow. But, yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Hit that sub button, hit the like button, drop a comment if you want. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.